In this video, we'll be assigning grades to marks using if, elif, else. The elif is actually the short for else if. It allows us to check for multiple expressions. If the conditions for if is false, it checks the condition of the next elif block, and so on. If all the conditions are false, the body of else is executed. There could be several elif blocks, but the block can have only one else block. So it can have several elif blocks, but it could have only a single else block. So if all the elif conditions are false, then it will returns to check for the else condition. And here I have taken a variable a and assigned it value float input, enter the mark. Float float is used to convert our input to a floating value. So it can support values with decimals, numbers with decimals. So if we have entered an integer value, it will be converted to a floating value. Will be a 0.0 will be added to it. So here input is a function that is used to get the input from the user, and here the input required is the marks. So now we are checking the first condition. If our variable, if our mark is greater than or equal to 91, here greater than or equal to is a comparison operator which is used to compare whether our variable is greater than or equal to 91. And is a logical operator, that is here the and will returns true if both the operations are true, then it's true. If any one of the operation is false, then it will return false. Here are two conditions actually. A is greater than or equal to 91 is one condition, and A is less than or equal to 100 is another condition. And if both conditions are satisfied, then it will be true. And if any one of the condition is not satisfied, it will return error. So it will return not error, it will return false. So it will go to the elif block. So here, if A is greater than or equal to 91 and A is less than or equal to 100, so if the marks is in between 91 and 100, the mark is 91 or equal to in between or equal to 100, then it will print the condition, print with the body, print grade equal to A plus. And if the marks is less than 91, then it will goes to the elif statement, and here the condition is A greater than or equal to 81 and A less than or equal to 90. So here, if the mark is 81 and above or 90 or below, then it falls under this condition and will return grade A. If the mark is less than 81, then it goes to the other elif statement. A greater than or equal to 71 and A less than or equal to 80. So if the mark is 71 and above, or the mark is 80 and below, 80 or below, then it will return grade as the B. If the mark is less than 71, it goes to the other else block, other Elif statement. And we'll check if the mark is between 61 and above and 70 or below. So if the condition is true, then it will print B. Else, if that condition is not true, then, or if the mark is less than 61, it will go to the other Elif statement. That A means the variable or the mark we have given is greater than or equal to 51, and if the mark is less than or equal to 60, then it will print C grade. If that condition is not satisfied, then it will goes to, that means if the mark is less than 51, it will goes to the other Elif statement. Here the mark is greater than or equal to 41 and above, and if the mark is less than or equal to 50, then it will print C grade. If that condition is not satisfied, or if the mark is less than 41, then it will goes to the else block, where it will print the body of else as fail. So now let's check using shift plus enter, or you can use the run button to get the output. Here we need to enter the mark. I am going to enter 92 as the mark. Then it is A plus grade. So let's check another mark. Here I'm going to enter 88 and going to check the grade. That's A grade. And here I am going to enter 40. So that is less than C grade. So it should return fail. And it had returned fail. So our program is correct. Thank you.